Mr. Chaudhary, thanks so much for speaking to Hindustan Times soon after the Prime Minister's announced. On the face of it, how do you respond to this?
Well, it's a good development for the farming community, and they've, shown a lot of courage in the way they ask some hard questions of government for the last year in a very disciplined and sustained agitation. So it does send that message to the farmers that in democracy they are entitled to agitate. They're well within their rights to demand. And this is a moment of quiet reflection for all of those who kept claiming that the laws are in fact for the betterment of agriculture sector or farmers. Because today, after a year, the government has retraced its steps under a widespread agitation, pressure of agitation and political pressure.
Many people are saying that it was not Punjab, but it was a calculation of its poor performance in Western UP, which has forced the government's hand. Do you feel that?
I think it was a very pervasive issue. It has reached out to, the emotional connect is there with every family, every household in Uttar Pradesh, not just Western UP. And, at a larger level, throughout the country, people were watching what is the outcome of this. So I think, yes, it is a feedback which has reached the highest levels of government and has caused this delayed reaction. There is no doubt.
Now, what do you think the impact is going to be on the ground?
See, UP elections are very important for the nation's polity. It sends a message of what is to come in 2024. And of course, we're talking about India's largest state. So from a development point, our nation's trajectory is decided by the voters of UP. I think this issue, the message has reached people that somewhere BJP's thinking was wrong. They do not have an affinity for the farmers. The minister from UP, from Lakhimpur, is still a member of the cabinet. And the farmer distress, whether it's sugarcane dues, whether it's rising electricity, diesel costs, the unavailability of fertilizer, the whole issue of MSP. Right now, as we're speaking, paddy is being procured at less than half of what the MSP is. So these issues do remain sticky points. So in a sense, they're trying to do some damage control, but it's not going to give them a victory in any sense of measure. I think the momentum is on the side of the opposition, and the people who've been very aggressive. RLD has had its own role in taking the message of the farmers to other parts, and I think that today's decision is in fact going to help us in our political journey.
Mr. Chaudhary, do you think this will help them regain the ground that they lost?
No, it will actually help us. This is a hard-fought win, and I think today all those who are associated with the agitation, the movement, they feel vindicated. So in some measure, it's going to actually aid us, not them.
It's going to help you.
It's going to help us. It's going to help the opposition because it's a win for the opposition.
So
all those who opposed these laws, all those who stood on the streets for 1 year, who expressed solidarity with the farmers, it is our victory.
What will the alliance now come together? Because everyone, we are hearing all the alliance, all the opposition partners, nationally and regionally, claim credit for it. Will it help the opposition electorally speaking, or will they come together in order to reap the benefit of this, as you're saying, because it's advantage for the opposition, or will everyone try and get their little piece of the pie?
We were already, I can talk about myself, not every other party. From our perspective, we were already working on creating a viable alternative to BJP and a strong opposition platform. And we will go forward in that direction. BJP sort of propaganda is now going to try and spin it. They will say that, but the thing to think about is that when the laws were there, it was supposed to help BJP win over farmers because it was supposed to be such a massive reform. Now when the laws are not there, they're saying it's a win for BJP and it's a win for the farmers. So, chit bhi meri, pat bhi meri. Both sides of the coin, BJP will claim it's a win for them. The fact of the matter is, they've had to submit to popular opinion. So I think definitely it will help the opposition. Within the opposition, like I've already stated, Samajwadi does have a credible base across the state. We are in conversation with them.
Final question, Genji, is that, many farmer leaders are saying they will continue till finally the parliament revokes these laws. I wanted to ask you, will some kind of agitation continue on farm issues?
To be fair, that's not a call for me to take. It's a dialogue that they have to do internally. Government did not come onto the table with them for most part of this year. So they were really standing there in the wilderness without knowing what's going to happen, what's going to come. Now that the government has made its position clear, they need to have that dialogue internally and take a stand.
How will you pivot your messaging right now? You were probably, you've been attacking the government on these farm laws. Now when you address public meetings, what is your speech going to be from now till the election?
Is that these laws were not going to solve any problems for the farmers. They in fact created problems. Last 1 year, people had to suffer because of these laws and because of this decision. Now that it's taken back, it's not going to bring some great saugat either. In a sense, we have lost 1 year. We are back to the drawing board. 1 year of failed reform, of failed policies, and the distress has not been alleviated. So those are the issues we will take to the people.
Thank you so much. Thank you.